got look at this. This lash is almost off. That's okay. I had to give me some food, y'all, and I feel a lot better, but I was feeling horrible. 24 hours without no food and just coffee and water, it don't do your body good. You hear me? But I'm going to try to hear something real quick before I go to sleep. If I make me something hot to drink, it's going to be some blueberry tea with some honey in it. Talking for 6 straight hours. Hey y'all, I'm back. I ate and I was probably about to pass out. My head was hurting so bad. Listen, I seen something I gotta tell y'all about. I said, wait a minute, this been hiding under my nose or what? Y'all wanna see something scary? Somebody mentioned one of the movies. That we watched recently as to where I get my beautiful name from. Y'all know the movie. Y'all. You said me from the motherland. Leave it. Why you be? Put it back. I had to go take me a shower, nephew, and eat and chill for a minute because my head was like, we ain't gonna go there. Anyway, I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm back. I'm back, Queen. I'm back. You better look like you came from the mother. Is. But for real, I just don't want all that extra right now because I'm already feeling a little whatever. I need to show y'all something. Y'all want to see it? What movie did I get my name from? Who knows the movie I got my name from? Inferno. Inferno. Y'all remember the scenes from Inferno? Some of y'all might have already seen this. I had not seen it. It's marked as private because I was going ham. And I got to learn. I got to find somebody that can edit my videos. So when I can't edit them, if they don't take them, I do. Because my nieces and nephews watch these. And I got other color nieces and nephews. And in certain parts, like it needs to be said to people on here, but my nieces and nephews, I don't want them to see. Not that that's not who I am, because if they ever got to know me, they probably would see me pop off on somebody. But I got babies that watch this by themselves, and I gotta, the last 2 days I've been out of. It's like I'm here, but I'm over here for real. On the, how little kids you say don't cross the line, and they move their toes over it and look back at you like this. They feet ain't off the curb, but they toes is curled over the side. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I did the last 2 days. And I got to be very careful because God will strike me down if I get too out. So with that, I be trying to help people help me not get in trouble. If y'all love me, and I know when y'all be like, don't say nothing to them. No, because sometimes I got to be the one to chop people in their throat so they don't go nowhere else. Because one of the things and one of the gifts that I know that works, whether I'm working in the spirit or not, is that the things that I say chop people in the throat and it make them think. Do you hear me? This is why niggas used to be wanting to put their hands on me. Because I told y'all, I might not. You hitting me is going to hurt. But what I said to you is going to eat you up for a minute. And I knew that. So now what I do is try not to do that. And I try because I know the words that I say to the corner dean. That part. I know that the words that I say stick in your brain. It's not a coincidence that y'all tell me y'all hear my voice when y'all sleep, when y'all out buying stuff. This is a part of my gift. But anything can be used for the wrong reasons. You hear me? So when y'all see me biting my lip, when y'all seeing me be quiet, when y'all see me roll my eyes and try real, real hard, Not to say what my flesh be telling me to say, and I ain't perfect, and I never came in here acting like I was. I told y'all I don't say it anymore. I used to say, I cuss you out, and I try not to say that because I don't even be want to do it. Okay? But I do have to ask you a question. Did Abraham have to fight? Did he? Did he have to fight a war? Moses? Aaron? Oh, girl that drove the stake through the nigga head. You think she was singing Kumbaya when she was doing that? David, when he went out and brought back 10,000 or 1,000 foreskins, do you think he was singing Kumbaya when he was giving them niggas a cut? Do you? When the prophet had to chop a man's head off, what do you think he was singing in his mind? What do you think he was thinking? How do you think his heart was beating? What do you think the emotion that it was that he felt? Okay, so one of the things that I need this family to understand is that there is a time and a place for everything. And there are people that God used to do certain things that he didn't ask other people to do. No? Am I right? No? Okay. It started with me not being scared to get up here and tell people that giants was real and that mermaids were real, and I don't care what you say. It started with me being bold enough to tell the world that I don't care that you believe that there's a book of Adam and Eve or a book of Enoch, or if you don't think it's real. Y'all have to remember that all of the fights I've had have not just been biblical. And sometimes I gotta say stuff that other people scared or would never even dare say, or they worried about what people gonna think. Do I love y'all? Yes. But I've had to say a lot of stuff that most people wouldn't. If nobody else was talking about it, they wouldn't talk about it. How sane do you think people were when I got on here and I said all medicine is named after demons? This is why people be telling people she practices witchcraft, when actually I'm doing the exact opposite. But people don't understand that somebody has to study to be able to tell you. That doesn't mean they practice. There's a lot of people that have went to school for things, but that's not what they do every day. It doesn't mean that they don't have the knowledge. You get me? You get me? Yeah. Y'all hear me? I'm sure that there's a lot of you that might have went to college for something, but that's not what you end up doing. It does not take away from the information or the skill that you got while doing it. Okay? So sometimes it's going to be different. It's not going to be the same every day. And I got to get y'all to hear that, okay? And understand, my role is not just, doesn't just have one facet. I have a multi-faceted job. Some people just get away with repeating the Bible scripture. I don't get away with that. And this is why my family don't deal with me, because this person has always been here even as a kid. But that's why I used to get hit in my mouth, because I didn't know at that time I was calling out stuff like it was. And there was no way that my little mind should have been able to even comprehend what was going on. Degrees in social work and nursing, and I'm a property manager. Thank you, Auntie. That's the stuff I be talking about right there. You said when you've helped me find answers to the questions I've had since I was a little girl. That's what I'm talking about. So people want you to stay in a certain way. I thought you were. Well, you shouldn't ever think. Because I'm growing as a person every day. And I'm always going to be changing. There's some things that are going to be stationary. But for the most part, this is a moving God, babe. And if you know, you know. Some things are stationary and some things are moving. It's you can have a pole and have that little ball that rolls around it. It's constantly moving, and even though the pole is turning, it doesn't go anywhere. You hear me? So when you think about me, think about one of those things we used to do like this, the Knickerbocker things. Y'all remember? Sometimes they smack together right on, and then sometimes they hit you on your arm or something. You gotta learn how to do it just right. You hear me? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Because you would tear yourself up if you don't know what you're doing. Trying to get all crazy and be about your own self. So, now, to what I wanted to show y'all. Just so y'all know. I used to love playing. I think probably clackers. Everybody got a different look at y'all like, I sure did. I had an orange pair. Mine was two-tone. I had some wood ones. Somebody got bought me some silver ones. Y'all done went back to every one y'all done seen. Click clacks. Look at everybody smile. See? You see how that worked? So see how that gave y'all that good feeling? I'm 62 and you have taught me so much in the 8 months that I've been here. Monique. Oh, so you auntie. If I ever talk crazy to you, I'm sorry. You is auntie, honey. You only 5 years younger than my mama. I'm sorry. If I ever miss Monique talk crazy, if any of my aunties or uncles, because y'all don't be looking like aunties and uncles. So if I ever told y'all, if I ever talk crazy, auntie, I'm sorry. Aunties and uncles, unless you uncle that's talking crazy, I'm sorry. See, I don't be knowing y'all age, and I gotta remember everybody is not younger than you, girl. Pink and orange boss, Auntie, mine was green and like a electric orange. Was they green and orange? Green and pink, green and something. I think they was like green and orange. Yeah, it's a lot of TTs, and I'm sorry. Because I don't disrespect my elders on purpose. So if I've ever talked crazy to you and I didn't know that you was older than me, I'm sorry. Y'all hear me? I'm sorry. You said you tell the truth. That's all that matters. No, because the Bible say don't disrespect your elders. Girls, you trying to get me to go to hell. You want the worst for me. The Bible say before you leave this world, you get it right. You want the worst for me, Monique? Say it out loud then with your chest. I said I'm trying to get it right now. Auntie Patty, you 62? See? You said you want. Auntie Vivian, did I get you auntie too? Oh, Jesus. I gotta start asking y'all age before I respond. Jennifer, you 48? Yeah, but no, we sisters. That's different. 62 is my mama age. 57, that's how you. My brother older than you. Yeah, see, my brother older than you. My brother is 52 years old. So if you 52 and older, you're considered my elder. Anything other than that, we right there together. We in the same decade. And I'm like saying that you is my older friends I used to hang out with. Right. Oh yeah, we sisters. You and me, Jen. If you not born in 71 or later, we is siblings. You 46, we siblings. Yeah, but 52 is my brother's age now. So that starts a generation that's about, 8-9 years older than me. So that's the difference. You almost a decade over. But if you you 72? Okay. Yeah, see, right. Okay. So if you between 35, let me see how old my youngest brother is. I think my youngest brother is only like 32. He might be younger than that. He probably about 32. My youngest brother, because I'm 44. He probably about 32 or 31. You hear me? So I got a niece that's 39. No, 38. Something like that. My niece is like 39, 38 or 39. So even in that age, I got a niece that's older than you. A couple, actually. You see what I'm saying? So I'm in between a funny place. Right. Because I got nieces that are from like 38 to, I think the youngest one just turned 31 or about to be 31 or 32. She 37. Is she 37? She just had her birthday in July, though. What's 1987? What's 1987 to now? I think she was born in 87 and my nephew was born in 89. What's 1987? Is that 37? What is it? She just had her birthday. 37. Okay, y'all to say. Okay, so she 37. Oh, okay, so excuse me. So 37. Look, I'm getting old. So between 37 and about 29, you is like, you could be brother or sister or niece or nephew in my house. Coach AA is your husband? Oh, hi, bro. Hello. Okay, so y'all understanding what I'm saying? So sometimes you might be niece and sometimes you might be sister if you in that era. It just depends. But I didn't know that I had all these aunties and uncles that was older than me. And so I gotta not be talking crazy to people like that sometimes. Your hubby is 38. Okay. That's what I'm saying. It's around that time. But let me show y'all something. Let me go back because it's important. I said, wait a minute. What is this? Y'all seen this? I love being your auntie, but thank you. Because I don't have that many left. My real aunties, my mama only has 2 siblings left. And all of my real dad's brothers and sisters, I don't even know if it's any of them left. I think it might be 1 or 2 of them left. So it ain't like I don't need family. I do. But are y'all ready? I need y'all to get y'all listening ears on. And I want y'all to think about some of the stuff I said earlier today and the stuff I've been saying to you in about the last 3 weeks. I really need you to pay attention. Hello. Y'all ready? Is y'all? Hold on. Email it to me, Pumpkin. Auntie, email it to me. Look at this. Elon might be the false prophet. I'm done here, guys. All right, Donald Trump might be the Antichrist. Elon might be the false prophet. I'm done here, guys. Just stay with me for a second. Elon posted this a couple hours ago. I'm going to show you the whole video here, and then we're going to talk about it, okay? I'm going to show you some screenshots and process this together because I am blown away right now, okay? So just stay with me here. I'm going to play the video, and then I will come back with screenshots. Let's do it. Calls it dark MAGA. As you can see, I'm not just MAGA. My sole and exclusive mission is to go to work for our country, to go to work for you. It's time to deliver a victory for the American people. We don't win anymore, but we are going to start winning again. I'm not just MAGA. I'm dog classic MAGA. From mountain to mountain, from ocean to ocean, hear these words. You will never be ignored again. And yes, together. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear what he said? What have I been saying? He just released this, I guess, 2 days ago, but I didn't see it. He said, from ocean to ocean, honey, and sea to sea, you will not be ignored again. Now, we going to get to the rest of it because it's a whole bunch of everything that we saw in Inferno in here. The music is in there, honey. I can't do nothing about that. You might have to go watch it yourself. Did you hear that? He said, you'll never be ignored again. Did I not talk to y'all? Ain't I been talking to y'all about that? No or yes? The white horses, look. It won't turn sideways on this thing. Oh. Now they restricted me. Interesting. Who? The Owls is here. He posted it. Why you don't want me to post it? Y'all, everything. Listen. You said that's not his page. Whose page? Elon Musk posted the video on his page. Right. Whatever the case, every single thing that is in pretty much the past 5 or 6 movies that I asked y'all to watch is in this video. if you slow it down and look at all the things that we've been studying, it's in there. Do you hear me? It's in there. It is in there. Cindy, what is Chrislam? What is Chrislam, honey? If you know what Chrislam is, you'll know that there's already 3 buildings that were built, and they finished them in 2020. If you understand what Chrislam is, you'll know. When DT's face got on that coin in 17, they had already started building them. You got to go back and watch the news. Not just when it's popular, but actually watch it when it's happening. Okay. Moving on. It's all there. Oh, God. I saw that. I said, this is the thing. Every single thing that God had us talking about for the last 34 months, because we got December and January, and then we back at February. So we are at 34 months. Right now. I'm live right now. It says I'm marked as private. My page is? How y'all get in here? You said you watching me on YouTube on your TV? Learn something new every day. Well, they probably playing as usual. Don't worry about it. These lashes is coming off too. I just got out the shower. Yes, that's what I'm saying early. I usually watch you on YouTube, but it's not showing the recents. TikTok and Facebook aren't private. What? I can see TikTok and YouTube, but I know that certain people really. Are you saying my videos or my page is marked private? Because my page should not. My page is open. I'm subscribed to you on YouTube, but my page is private. My page is not private though. First, y'all said they had me listed as I was for kids, even though I put every day. Interesting. Whatever. I'm not even gonna worry about it. How did y'all get in here? What do it say when y'all come on? They be playing. They messing. Anybody else pages keep getting stuck when you going through, and it won't let you swipe out of any, like, whatever it is. Interesting. I know, because I couldn't get back to like a lot of the first videos. So that's been happening for y'all too? And it gets stuck. I just came over and subscribed, no problem. It's public for you. Okay. On TikTok, yes. I'm on TikTok tonight. Usually the TikTok says live ended. Interesting. Normal over here. Interesting. They is hiding me all the time. Funny. Interesting. Well, listen. I can't play the rest of this, and that's crazy. But his name is Shep for the King. SHEPFORTHING King. Shep for the King. If you want to watch that video on TikTok. Like Shepherd for the King, but Shep. Okay? So, yeah. Because I can't play the rest of it. But I guarantee you this. If you've watched any of the movies that I asked you to watch in the last couple months or weeks, you is about to see that video and know exactly what the hell you're looking at. Do you hear me? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't worry about none of that. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. It don't say I'm live. See? I don't know. I don't know. I'm over worrying about it all too. You gotta think, y'all know why they doing that though. It was the first image right out the gate. Interesting. You see? Can I ask y'all a question? Yeah, Sheep for the King. That's his name. So with that, do you think if we hadn't looked into all the symbols and stuff that we have, like the extensive dives that we have taken into these books and words and symbols and all of those things, because your last live you were on was set to private. With this one you're on now. Oh no, I set that one to private. That one I set to private. I told y'all I was gonna do that. That one I set to private. I thought y'all meant to say I'm live, and it's no. Yeah, the last video was set to private. And was. Y'all ain't about to. We ain't doing that. I got to find somebody to edit them, because certain parts I don't be wanting in there. It be good while we doing it, but then no. Y'all had me scared. No, I set that one to private. Now, some of them, they do take off, and some of them, like, because I went looking back, and it'll only let me go. I can't go past, like, I don't know, maybe a year ago. All those first videos, it says we have them, but I don't be able to get to a lot of them. Several times it won't let me go any further, so I don't know. I just don't even be worried about it. If y'all can find them, that's okay, because I don't even be knowing what's on them no more. I don't. You said, I think if we didn't learn all the symbols and things from you, we would have overlooked it all. Listen, had it not been for you and your classes, we'd all be blind. But I'm just thinking about, like, when y'all think about deep diving, how we have, and people was like, y'all too deep. Who got told? Who got told that you all were going too deep? Or have you ever, since you've been studying over here, been told that you go too deep in a word and you don't need all of that? The dude did a good job breaking it down. He did, didn't he? He did. Oh, you talking about this movie over here? I mean, the video. But for real, like, have y'all had somebody tell y'all too deep and it ain't? I mean, what you got out? What you got all these books for? What do you need to know about the names of this and that? Like, what does that have to do with your salvation, right? But think about how many people are calling themselves followers of Christ and they don't even realize what all of those symbols mean when they see them. Yes, cousin told me that I study too deep like a pastor. Okay. How many Christians do you think are about to be deceived by that video? Because you saw the man on the cross, right? And because he's hooked up with, because he's hooked up with the Greeks and the Romans, this cosplaying Israelites, and that fake Jesus that showed up, don't he seem like somebody that the fake Jesus would pick? Think about everything that the fake Jesus stands for. And think about why the people that are cosplaying Israelites picked him. Didn't it say that he was going to sit in the holy places and blaspheme God? There is a man who has a name that says he's Jesus. And I'm not talking about Donald Trump. So doesn't it seem like they would pick him for the job? There's a fake Jesus that showed up in February or April or March, in between February and March. There's a fake Jesus that they found in the desert. Right or wrong? Do everybody agree that when they were celebrating saying the Messiah was back? Everybody agree, right? Okay. So the fake Messiah was going to have two running buddies. A political leader, right? And a false prophet. We seeing the updates in the news with the weather. He was supposed to have a political leader and a false prophet with him, right? Because it's 7 kingdoms. It's gonna be 10. What isn't it? 10 kings total. It's the Antichrist, his religious leader, and his, which is the people over yonder. We know, and then his political person, right? They're going to be the top of the 3, and then each country, continent will have one leader. So he won't, like, God, I ain't gonna say God forbid, but let's just use hypothetical. So who remembers me talking about the Pan Am states? Remember when I told y'all that for real, Canada, America, and Mexico was really already one country? It happened a long time ago, but they just didn't want to let us in on the secret because they know that the dude is going to be leader over this whole section. Remember we talked about that? So whoever is president or leader of this continent, it will be Canada, the United States, and South America. You get that, right? You understand that? There's 10 leaders, right? 7 kingdoms, 10 leaders. There's going to be a leader over each landmass as far as like the whole landmass. And then there's going to be people that those 7 answer to. So 3 and then the 7. Now, do we already have something called the G7, like the Global 7? So we're already used to seeing Global 7, are we not? We used to seeing G7, but are we not used to seeing Global 7? The G7 summit. Yeah. It makes sense why he got picked. Not saying it wouldn't have happened with her too, but it kind of makes sense. Because the man, this fake Jesus that's coming, not T-Rump, the fake Jesus, every single thing that he is going to do is going to be the opposite as far as how he treats God's people. He is going to force things on them and try to force them to do certain things when God said, I'm not forcing you to do nothing. I want you to come to me and want me to be your leader because that's what you want. Do you see the things that are happening around the world to women? We up in a uproar, our choice, our body, but some women just lost their ability to even speak to each other. Can't talk in public, and they can't talk to each other. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see it? In another country, women are unaliving themselves before that somebody can say, your body, my choice. Those are 3 different countries that those things are happening in. Somewhere in an Islamic country, the women cannot even talk to each other anymore at all. They are not able to speak. And that's in the last 2 weeks, I'm guessing, that this happened. They cannot use their voice to speak to another woman. At the same time that that's happening, over here is your body, my choice. And then there's, go look it up real quick. For real. I'm going to make me some blueberry tea. Or no, I might make some coffee. Go look it up real quick. I'm not joking. It's just look up Islamic country where women can't speak to each other. So we got women in the Congo, and Sudan, and somewhere else that are unaliving themselves because they don't want to be SA'd. You seen that earlier this week? I'm trying to tell you. You said, and they can't know how to read anymore, and they must be completely covered. Y'all don't think that's crazy? South America. One of them is from there. It's crazy, ain't it, Isabel? Yes. And have there been any updates on him? Not that I know of. They keeping him quiet until he's revealed in that temple, honey. It's in Afghanistan. It's if it's from the last video, yeah. Interesting. Excuse me. Ooh. Excuse me. Did we talk about not being able to say whatever you want to say, and everything that you should say, it could cost you your life if you do it? I did. I did hear about that. I did, Riz, about the man that got convicted for praying. Yeah. Which I think. Well, Monique, don't type that part. You got to come up with something else. They looking for people to type that, and that make them look into you. So just put the plan or something. Just not that, because that's the kind of stuff that bring them over here. I just seen a post where they said, yep. Y'all think I'm calling him T-Rump for nothing? They already put restrictions up here, even though they didn't do it all day. Right, but you're going to have to think of another name and something that's not crazy. Something that everybody is not already using, and then we'll know who you're talking about, because that's what these restrictions is about up here. That's why I've been saying T-Rump. The rump. Whatever. Something else. Well, they know that's the numbers that's on the side of his hat. Yes. Yes. So listen. You know you can't type that. You can't type that either. Mari. So you just want them to come get me. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it that y'all want them to just go on and get us on out of here. Oh, I love you, Jesus. Right. Right. I have. It's one back here. Yep. If you ever look over my books. How long you been here, Auntie? If you ever watched any of my other, like when I first came here, you can see it on my shelf. One of the first ones we have. I show it all the time. So, but it's coming though. Oh, okay. So you knew. Okay. Yeah, Auntie, I do. It's back here. I have the, yes. I'm sorry. Yes, it is coming here. Now, what did God tell us to do in the last 2.5 years? All of us. What has He been telling us we needed to work on through our classes here? Yeah, but in reference to what we're talking about right now, being quiet, and it's something to go with that. You can't just say anything. And what else? Can you talk without talking? Can you have a whole conversation without moving your hands and everything? I said, you never know who in this class that really ain't our peoples. So everything that you know, you don't got to say it. And even if you do, you need to find another way to say it. Because saying it any kind of way that you want to, and just because you know it, and I'm trying to tell you something, and then you type it out, could have the people come into your door. And look at what's going on right now. Who is she to tell me what the government about to be telling y'all? Certain stuff you ain't even gonna be able to say it. And people have been getting frustrated with me for 2.5, going on 34 months. Who got an attitude with me about going off and y'all feel like I was doing too much? And look, for real. Y'all think that's not about to move around? And you already see that women and what they can do is being restricted. Did we talk about being restricted? Did we talk about you might have to say Blue House 7:30? Blue House. Blue light. 2 L's and 1 R. But really, because you know who I am, it's 2 rights. It's 2 rights and a left instead of 2 lefts and a right. But you won't know that unless you're paying attention to what I'm saying to you. I look in and I say 2 rights and a left. What that mean? What that mean? There you go. There you go. There you go. 2 lefts and a right. Blue house. Well, then you know the house ain't going to be blue at the 2 lefts and a right because it ain't even 2 lefts and a right. It's 2 rights and a left. You gonna have to be able to read more than words, because sometimes I'm not gonna be able to tell you what it is. You just gonna have to understand. You getting me? So when you see me on here saying it but not saying it, go with that and don't type it out. Go with it. Just know that you know, and that's it. Now, Lord, they probably about to get mad at me, but I'm going to say it. All this time and every time y'all asking me what is our plan on here, y'all was asking for the same thing as that white lady with the blue bracelet. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my coffee. Uh-huh. I'm back. What do you think was going to happen if a whole bunch of women wore a blue bracelet? Would that have made them a target? And once somebody said, yeah, because anybody that wanted to infiltrate whatever y'all was doing, all they have to do is put a blue bracelet on. I don't have to really be what you are if I already know the dress code. It's no different from a person dressing up in MAGA stuff or a person dressing up in Harris stuff, but not really being there just to get into the thing. Right? Because they know what to do. They know what to say. They've watched all the videos. Are you hearing me? So if somebody were to say such and such meeting at blah blah blah, and you want to get in there and know what they putting it on the internet, where they gonna be, what the type of meeting is, blase 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 blase. Nowhere yes. In Hollywood, what does the red bracelet mean? They tell us it mean one thing, but who wears the red thread bracelet in Hollywood? Who wears that? Now they wear red bottoms, but they used to wear that, and people just thought it was okay. Who does that? Y'all know about the red thread bracelet? Go look up Scientology red bracelet. Please. Go look up Scientology red bracelet. Red thread bracelet. What? They wear them now. Yeah, but go look up what they mean. Unless they just wiped it from the internet. Red thread bracelets. Go look it up real quick, please, and just don't skip. I mean, look at what it say. Y'all see it? It's a talisman. Church of Scientology people used to wear it. That's how you would know who was in Church of Scientology. And that's when it was only the super rich that were in Scientology. But early 2000s, around that time, if I'm not mistaken, like 2005 and stuff, if you look back at a lot of the real, like, stars videos or pictures, they have that red, when Scientology was real big in Hollywood, not that it isn't right now. They had a red thread bracelet that they would wear, and it was some surprising people that were wearing it. It's a part of Jewish. It's the Kabbalah, basically. That's how you knew they was reading the Kabbalah. Mm-hmm. Yep, the Kabbalah is the name of it. Yes, it is. Oh, I went deep into that early 2000s, baby. I'm like, what is this? Yep, it's the Kabbalah. So, when you looked at EM's video, did you not, if you've ever not studied the Kabbalah, but at least became familiar with their symbols, right? If you familiarize yourself with, or get familiar, not to be looking into it, but some of them you already know because they're in yoga and a lot of other things, mysticism, Jewish mysticism, things like that, right? But if you looked at that man's video, where are you, book? That's a shame when you don't want to even get up and look. You, before you get up, where is it? Oh, I really need to get it in here more instead of when I'm just teaching, because I might have put it in a different place. And the crazy thing is, I just looked at the book, and one of y'all sent it to me. Where are ya? I just gotta remember the size. I know it's yellow. What the? Maybe I already got it out. I don't think so. It's like I literally just seen it when I was pulling out something else. Oh. Y'all. Where is this? That's when you know some people don't allow you to learn your library before you have to keep moving it around, Where is my freaking book? It must not be on this shelf. Oh, there it is, right in my face. Did you see a lot of this in this video? Did you? Remember we studied about this stuff? We touched on it a little bit. The sacred geometry. You saw it, Queen? says. What's that say right there? It's a video on the famous billionaire with the initials EM. We'll do that. We looked through here, but it's a specific. Let's just do this one. We know this from what, and we know this from what. What do we know these two things from? Are these symbols we see a lot? Are these symbols we see a lot? What do we see this? Where do we see this a lot? Where do we see this? Huh? This? It's a game. This? The bowling alley pins. The bowling alley pins. Is Chinese checkers? Is it a triangle too? And tabletop. What's tabletop CB? You said the Rackham pool. The pool holder. Oh, the balls. Oh. It sure is. Is it physics that moves the, like how you learn how to, is it physics? It's not physics. Is it physics that would tell you which way you going when you hit it, which way because of the velocity and all of this and all of that and the angle and all? Is that physics when you're doing pool, right? Or am I wrong? What is it? Is it not physics? You said, yes, that's physics. I just got a physics book today. In your business. Didn't even know. Okay. So think about how many people are good at physics and they don't even know it, but they just a hell of a pool player. Don't even understand. They're a whole mathematician and don't even understand it. Whole scientists. Think about it. Really good pool players understand physics. They can make balls jump over other balls and all of that. They do physics all day long. Hilarious. I've been learning how to play pool in the last year. Interesting. You said, wow, my dad was really, really good at it. Uh-huh. It be stuff that's science. You don't even think it is. Mm-hmm. Y'all gonna look at the pool players differently now, ain't you? You didn't even know they was mathematical geniuses. Didn't even know. Mm-hmm. You said you've been playing all your life. Oh, so we got a physics genius in here. You said, and you very good at chemistry. Is that's why I trust this cream here to put on my body. You said, and to think I want a pool table. That part. My auntie had one in her house when I was growing up. I've been playing. Interesting. Just like a, you said, just like a compass. Oh, the other one is, that is like a compass. It sure is. You too, auntie? Interesting. You say, and hairstyles. Yes, is because you have to understand gravity and the weight and all of that and all the angles. Yep, it is 45-degree angles, 90-degree angles, and all of that. Yeah, zero at the base and all of that. You sure right? Yeah. You love playing pool. Interesting. I learn something new every day. Look at y'all. Like, I didn't even know I was good at physics. I didn't even know I'm a whole scientist. Didn't even know it. You're a whole scientist. Auntie, I learn something about y'all every day. I'm telling you. But think about this, though, y'all. The reason I said that is because there's so many symbols that are right in front of you. You said, then I am smart. Girl, ain't no, listen. You had to know if you stayed over here, it was something to you. You hear me? Me too, Queen. Shuffleboard is the ground version. You're right. You're right. And that other one. They play it here in Missouri where the board go like this and you got to throw the bean bags in and it got all the holes. Don't they got the same triangle on it? Or no? Cornhole. Is that what it's called? Yeah. It's the beanbag toss. Yeah. Yeah. So you got to think about it. But think about this, y'all. I said that to say, you said get out of my head. Listen, we out here together. Yeah. You was talking about the rub. Oh, you said you too. Right. I trust her with this. Auntie, ain't this the best thing since sliced bread? It sure is. This right here, honey. And I makes my stuff last. You heard me? I makes my stuff last. I will eke it out. You know how your grandma be like, you don't need that much of her good lotion or whatever. Auntie Lisa said, thank you, Kay. You just use a thumbnail and put it. Sometimes if I'm really in pain, I do a lot. But for the most part, no. So look though, y'all. The reason I say that is because there's a lot of there is a lot to unpack in that video. It's also the aiming rack for the, oh yeah, it sure is, nephew, for throwing the beans at the paper. For throwing the beans at the paper. You sure said it. For throwing the marbles at the paper. It sure is with your marble, with your slingshot thing. Mm-hmm. It sure is. So So look at this though. How many symbols? Because see, people probably didn't think to look at the symbols on the person. Did y'all see the eyes change in color? One time the eyes was blue, and one time the eyes was red. Y'all seen that? To those of you that went and watched the EM video, did y'all see the eyes was red one time, they was blue another time? You did? You saw the fire in the back and the horses marching. Do y'all remember us recently just reading about the horses and the horses being so heavy, about the weight breaking under the ground? Who remembers us doing that, excuse me, in the last week? In the last week or two, we did a class about Raw and how if it's this many horses and people and tanks and trucks going over this video, remember? Y'all remember we was reading about this. It ain't been longer than a month. I give it 3 weeks at the most. These weeks is going by pretty fast. Do y'all remember this class? Do y'all remember us talking about that? And the dust cloud and all of that. Y'all remember we just did this class. Is not a lot of the stuff that was in that class in the video? We talked about red skies, about the fire falling and superheroes. Y'all don't think that's crazy that we did that class about the horses, the men, and if the ground would cave in? And then however long from there to there, there's this video that probably billions of people are going to watch. Y'all got it? Y'all picked that up? Is all of that not in our news right now? The revival of the Roman Empire under the guise of the European Union. The European countries are clicking up right now. The global plans for the one world government. The threat from big government and its assaults on your privacy and personal freedom. Your privacy and your personal freedoms, like the choice to choose about your body. Living in a surveillance society where our phone calls are monitored. The rise of Russian imperialism. The secret agenda behind the PLO, Israeli peace agreement. The danger of a new inquisition against Christians and Jews. The coming economic crash. The cashless society, and the financial conspiracies during the last days. The plans for a national identification system and 666 mark of the beast. It's been almost 30 years, 29 years since I read this. I mean, I've read it, but since I've known about this book, I read it 29 years ago. Is not all of that in our news right now, family? Every single bit of it. There's some of that was not in our news 2 years ago, almost 3, when we started this. Now all of it is in our news right now. Who got this book at your house? Or downloaded it? Did you guys buy that when we first started this? You see it? That. All in the same section, is it not? Is there not something going around about deception with a whole something, and there's a person that they're saying funded that certain thing, and it's deception, and need to be watching out for a certain group, and they doing the same thing that some other folks did, where they cleared out all the trees and then just pulled right up to our crib and brought their toys with them. No. And crazy old CERCA knew about this 29 years ago. 29 years ago. 29 years ago. I was telling people about what was going to happen in 2024. Because the Lord let an angel come sit down next to me on a Greyhound. Nobody seen him but me. So imagine somebody who got a baby that's between 13 and 15, 13 and 16, or a grandkid, kid, brother or sister that's between 13 and 16. What would you do if your kid came home and they was talking about all of that at 13 to 16 years old? Would you take them seriously? Honestly. And mind you, this was 29 years ago. You would? Kinda, not really. My mama didn't either. My mama didn't either. She said, girl, you don't know what you're talking about. I said, Mama. I went and tried to tell my brothers. They all thought I was crazy. And still today, they think I'm crazy, even though the book that God allowed me to get 29 years ago is talking about everything that's happening right now simultaneously. So when I tell you my family been thinking I'm crazy for a long time. A long time. But this is the stuff that I was talking about at 15 and 16 years old. But it's not happening until 2024. You said no, I would say it will be a long time until that happens, but listen, right. Which is exactly what she said. Girl, you don't know what you're talking about. I said, okay. And then 5-6 years later, I told them that the 2001 was coming, and they called me crazy too. We is not going to, I said, God told me to tell y'all we about to, and 5 months later, we was at the Twin Towers happened. So with that, if you have that book, you need to look into it. If you bought that book, it's a good time to get it out. Skim through it. You ain't got to read it page for page. But wherever God tell you to end up, you need to be on looking through that information and then checking the news. I can't say newspaper articles because you can't really do that anymore, but you know what I'm saying. And this next week, gotta be a good book to get into. The Prince of Darkness. The Prince of Darkness by Grant R. Jeffrey. I always get him and Tim LaHaye mixed up. The Prince of Darkness by Grant R. Jeffrey. Now, the front of the book doesn't look like that anymore. It looks different. You're welcome. I think you can download the ebook too. Okay. So I don't know if y'all in bed already or what, but if your books are closed, you said, dang, I'm looking for it. I just organized my books. Now you know how I feel, Isabel. You organized them and you still don't know where anything was at, but you used to know where every book was at. And now I'll be looking like I don't know my own library. It's not my fault. Because when I buy books, I know where I'm going to put them at. Y'all buy books and I got to figure it out. You said yours is huge? Oh, okay. Because they've always been little. I ain't never seen a big one, so you might have a rare copy. You said my book right here on my bed. Okay, so I'm going to give y'all some time. Real quick, if y'all about to be up. And just skim through there real quick. I'm going to let y'all, you know how the teachers sit there. And I mean, if y'all not too tired or nothing, go on and grab your book and open it up to the table of contents. Oh, you got large print. Okay. I didn't even know they had it. Maybe I need to grab me one. So, with that, y'all look it up real quick. To go to whichever chapter. I don't even want y'all to all go to the same chapter. Just skim through with your highlighter, with your pen real quick. Y'all up to it? Everybody pick a different page and start reading. You ain't got to read at the beginning of the chapter. Just pick a page in there. Everybody pick a different page if you got the book. And go down to where it say kind of what the stuff is happening right now. With the country and all of that. Look into that. Y'all open? It's kind of like open book of research right now while we in class. You're saying, I blame the good will twin. She blamed the goodwill. Yeah, that's the part. The goodwill. Yeah. Okay. Well, go on and grab a page if you got the book. I'll be right back. And just look through there, y'all. Because it's a lot of books you got on your shelf that you probably didn't even think they was going to be. What? Huh? How did I not see this? Y'all. Oh my God. I need y'all to pray for my little cousin. 5 minutes ago, this when I tell y'all I don't be knowing people text me on my iPads because everything is. Oh my God. Y'all, my little cousin, his dad just texted me. Y'all pray for my little cousin. He got shot. He said he okay though. But he got, oh my God. And his dad is a part of WOIU. So I need y'all to pray for one of our, he is my cousin. Oh my God. I need y'all to send some prayers up for my little cousin. I just talked to him yesterday. It's my first time ever talking to that baby. Y'all pray for his dad, please, and him. Jesus. I literally just had a conversation with my cousin, and I told him the devil is after your son yesterday. That's crazy. That's crazy. And now y'all see why I be scared to talk to people. Yesterday was my first time ever having a conversation with that baby. Yesterday or the day before yesterday. Yep, yesterday. That's why I be scared to talk to people. Did I not tell y'all that before? Because I can be having a regular conversation and God will have me say some things and it literally be what's about to happen. And it don't take long and it's scary. This is why I be by myself. This is why I don't be trying to get close to nobody or have no intimate situations, because I never know what's going to happen. This same thing happened with my ex-husband and his uncle. I kept telling my ex-husband, I said, listen, God keeps telling me something and I don't want to put it out there, but I keep seeing something. Do y'all know this man passed on my birthday? Like 6 months later. Remember, I told you I said something to him about his family having tragedy and they lost his brother and his best cousin within 6 months of each other, and they were both of their parents' youngest child, but they was grown. And both of them I was close to. It was out of his family. It was only a few people that I connected with. The cousin, the girl cousin, me and her used to go out to eat. She would always come over my house, even when I didn't want her to. She would always come over my house. And the brother, me and him was cool because our birthdays was close and we used to chop it up. And he was just a free spirit. And it's crazy because I don't have a lot of pictures with his family members, but I have pictures from my first outing with his family with both of them, the brother and the uncle. The brother is way younger than us, the uncle's way older than us. But at this barbecue, I only got a picture with them two. The uncle died about a year later, and the brother died about 2 or 3. It was like 2 or 3 years later. Kid you not. The girl cousin, like 6 days after my birthday. And these people was the uncle was kind of old, but he was like barely 60 probably. So he might have died in 17 or 18. The girl cousin died. The brother died in 2021, June, right after I got divorced, the month after I got divorced. And then when I first knew y'all, she went in like March of 2022. Please pray for my little cousin and his son. Right, but I'm saying he was older than me. I think I was like 34, 35 when I was saying this, and he probably was 60 something. I don't really know his age, but I'm saying I know he like around my mama or older. Y'all don't think that's crazy? Y'all want to know what's even crazier? Y'all want to know what's even crazier? When have y'all ever known me to do that in this class? We've been here 3 years. When have y'all, in 3 different times today, I did that. That is the number of times this baby got hit. 3 separate times today, I picked this up. And my first time talking to him was yesterday. That's crazy. God, please touch my little cousin. That's crazy. He said he okay, so. I'll be right back, y'all. And I'm not sad or anything. It's like God be telling me stuff even though I don't be in that place, man. That's crazy. First time I ever heard that little baby's voice was yesterday. First time I ever talked to him was yesterday. This is not funny, and I'm laughing because it's not, I'm laughing at the situation and the way my life be working. When I tell y'all sometimes it's spooky to be me, it's spooky to be me. This is why I just don't get on the phone and just be talking with people and all of that. I be nervous. For real. Y'all don't think that's crazy? Am I tripping or no? Excuse me, y'all. No, it was November 5th because me and his daddy was on the phone for 2 hours and 7 minutes. So he texted me yesterday. So the first day that I talked to this baby was on the 5th. 5 is grace. I talked to his daddy yesterday. 7 is completion. Today is the 8th. That's new beginning. So 5, 7, 8. 5 is grace. I talked to him November 5th. 5 is grace. 7 is completion and 8 is new beginning. It's crazy. Y'all talked about what in a group chat? You said, wow, that's my birth month and year. Are you serious? 5 of 78? What y'all talk about in the group chat? I need to get in this group chat so I can see what y'all be saying. Let me in. Twin, she always in our business. What was y'all tell me right now? Tell me right now. Now I'm tripping. What was y'all just talking about? And what I need to get in a group chat. It's over. I'm getting in there. I'm gonna give me a text now number. We talked about this in Ricaboo. Wait a minute. We talked about this, or with Ricaboo, about 7 and 8 and what it means. Today? Today? Recently. Sometimes I don't know how to feel. This is one of those moments. I do think it was very odd that I brought Grandma in here and she was a part of the props today. And I have not ever done that in here. Three different times I racked that thing. And what I mean by that was not 3 different times. 3 different times I set it down, picked it up, set it down, picked it up, set it down, picked it up. And that was the number. It's also been 3 days since I talked to him. 5, 6, right? Or the 5th, from the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th. That's 3 days. From the 5th to the 8th is 3 days. So 3 days from the date when I told my cousin, the enemy wants your baby, he tried to take him. It was Thursday that y'all talked about 7 and 8, so that was yesterday. Well, today is Saturday now. Interesting. Sometimes I be at a loss for words. Life and death are in the power of the tongue, but that's not what it be for me, Nicole. Sometimes God uses me. A lot of times he uses me to say things, and I don't know why I'm saying it. I don't know. I mean, I know where it comes from, but even like with us just having a class about the horses and them riding across the desert and how they're gonna come and all of that stuff, and for this video to be out today or yesterday. For us to go watch the movie Inferno again. For us to go watch Children of Men yesterday. I didn't even know that. I just seen it today. It was out 2 days ago. eat these right now. Mm, 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 mm. Well, back to our book. You said giving you wisdom to intercede. Yeah, and I believe that. It's just sometimes, like I said, you don't ever know what God is doing or how He's moving or why He's having you say whatever He have you say. Like you don't know, and that's the thing about a prophet. People think like you don't always know. There's conversations that I had with people, and I had no idea that what we were talking about was getting ready to be that person's life. Sometimes I do, but sometimes it's just random conversation to me. Anyway, what y'all find in y'all books? What page did you pick? What information did you see? Listen. And I'm not stressed or sad. My mind is blown. And when I tell y'all he blow my mind every day, he blows my mind every single day. Every day he blows my mind. I'm in shock, right? And I always am. It's not like, oh, you should be used to this. No, you never get used to it. I don't care what it is. You never, ever, 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 ever get used to it. You know, you don't, because when he whispers things in your ear, you don't know when it's going to happen unless he tells you the exact date, which is normally not how he does it. He just tells you what's going to happen. You don't ever really know. Sally, Sally, if you give a word the aftermath, they blame on the person who relays the message. Liz! Girl, you already know. This is why people used to be like, she's a witch, she's a blah, you jinxed me. No, nigga, I didn't. I opened up to page 225. How about the rise of the prince of darkness? It's talking about the false prophet. Interesting. Okay. Okay, what did it say about him? I was hoping y'all was gonna go down to the deception part. I know you picked wherever you wanted to, but I was kind of trying to get to see if y'all was gonna look into what was with the deception part of it. I was kind of hoping y'all would go down there and what's going on in our news right now. That's good. What did you find? What did it say? To all of what information you get? What did it tell us? Who else picked the page? Did it say anything about? I know they was thinking he was gonna come from the R place, right? Ain't that what they said? He's gonna come from the R place and be in politics or something similar to that. Did you get to that part on that page? I ain't read that in a long time, but I know it's saying where he was gonna come from and all of that kind of stuff. And then you think about, we just read about we word in our problem seeing too complex, or it's political leaders. You said it's too complex for our world leaders. The false prophet, our world we in, we world of problems. Seeing too complex, or its present political leaders. Let me get my book, girl. You said, ooh, 225. 4. Oh, okay. 4. Got it. You said 225, Queen. Mm. You see what it say underneath that? I see it. Oh, is this not what's going on right now with old boy? Girl. A perfect setting for the emergence of the Prince of Darkness. Jesus warns the disciples a growing number of false religious leaders would arise in the last days. And what are they calling old boy? Aren't they calling him the Christ since his mama's name is Mary and his dad's name is Joseph? Ain't his parents' name Mary and Joseph? Even though he ain't the person, we know that. But is he? And he swear up and down he a Christian, but we know he ain't. Huh? His middle name is, whose name is not Christ? DT. Ain't DT's parents' name Mary and Joseph? You saw the bottom of that? You saw the bottom? You saw what it say there? It's Fred and Mary. What they said both of their parents got names of is it Fred Joseph? Ain't the J for Joseph what John or something? One of them is, I thought the dad's name was Fred Joseph. She's something Mary, and then he's Donald John. What is Fred's middle name? What is his dad's middle name? His middle name is, the dad's middle name is Christ? I thought his middle, okay. So Christ, Mary, and John. Okay, sorry, I had that wrong. So it's Christ, Mary, and John. I thought his middle name was Joseph. Where did I see that? Maybe I didn't. Maybe it's John. Okay, so it's Christ, Mary, and John. Because Trump is Donald John Trump, right? That's where the J comes from. So it's Christ, Mary, and John. I don't know why I thought it was Joseph. Christ, Mary, and John. Why did I think it was Joseph? Okay. Excuse me, I was wrong, y'all. Sorry about that. I knew it was something in that, in the family. So Christ, Mary, and John are their middle names. Interesting. You see what it say on the bottom of the page that you reading, Queen? It says the final empire. What's he been saying? What's old boy been saying? We figured it out. I don't know why I was thinking it was Joseph. I think that's the J and it was John. He's the last president. So if y'all have this book, do y'all see it say the final empire? You said you were about to throw this phone. Because you didn't keep on reading the personality of the coming prince of darkness. He is a blasphemer. He is a lawless one. His military career will be outstanding. He will change the laws and time, the intelligence and police network of the prince, the economic system of the Antichrist, and the coming economic boom, and gold and silver will be worthless. Didn't even realize you had the plot right out in front of your face, did you? Remember when I told y'all, I said, God gonna have you buy some books right now, but they're not gonna be relevant until a little while, then you'll have to go get them off the shelf and they'll all make sense? Maybe if y'all would have read this 2 years ago, it wouldn't have made no sense. But now, reading it, it's gonna make perfect sense. Not saying you wouldn't have been able to understand it, but you understand how it relates to today, right? Yes? No? Who has a great military career? I told y'all this book is good, but there has to be a false Christian leader, or which is, we already know who that is. Hey, and then there has to be a military leader. There's going to be You said, is his hair considered a striking feature? Whose hair? Who out of those people has had a really good military career that we've been talking about recently? Oh, I don't know. I don't know about his hair. Who out of the trio that we've been talking about for the last couple of days has a good military career? He has everything to do with DT. Oh, it says, okay. Well, but again, we know that he don't. Right. No, Queen, think about it. He don't have no military career. He got bone spurs. That guy. VP. Y'all already know what the Antichrist looks like. Y'all didn't see him? We already know who the Antichrist. Okay, listen. The Antichrist has to take Jesus's place. He's the false Messiah, right? Who is the false Messiah? We already know who he was. But he got two people that's going to be working with him. One person is going to have military experience, and the other one is going to be a false prophet type person, like a false Christian. Vladimir Putin, y'all. Vladimir Putin knows war, does he not? Does he not? I might not have seen yours, Miss Bliss. Vladimir Putin knows war really, really well. Okay, I did see where DJT went over there, but I told y'all about when they put him on the coin and he donated the money. We watched the video about that, and I did see that they gave him the name and crowned him the King of Peace or the Prince of Peace. I did see that, which would be a false leader, a false religious leader. Yes or no? Y'all remember when DJT met with the Pope? Him and his wife a couple years ago? And she wore black to meet the Pope? Twin, me too. I'm going to be good on the call in a couple of hours. What happened? What happened? I still believe that the Pope is going to be the religious leader, but I do believe that Trump is going to be one of the seven kings. That's my opinion. I'm not God. But he doesn't fit the... Oh, okay. Yeah. Because you got to think. Remember we looked up how many Catholics it is around the world? And you said it now is freezing. Interesting. Because if the Pope say it, most of the world will go. Oh, boy got a lot of pull, but he don't got as much as the Pope. The Pope is going to have to introduce, in a sense, like if the Pope do it, they going. You see what I'm saying? Like Americans will go if DJT say it, but for the world to follow, Catholicism is one of the... You see what I'm saying? So do I believe he's going to be one of the seven kings? Yes. That's why he said I'm going to be the last. I wouldn't rule out BO either concerning the whole thing with the health care. BO? Who was that? Oh, got it. Got it. I see what you're saying. Yeah. But you got to think, though. He said he's going to be America's last president. He wasn't lying. You see what I'm saying? Because he would be the king of the Pan Am states. You see what I mean? It ain't going to be no presidents. Because from now, and now until the end, once this new thing pop off, it's going to be a leader for each continent. You see what I'm saying? That's why I think it's the Pope, the Antichrist, the Pope, and then the military leader. You said too early to say that he will be the last. What do you mean? Could be. Well, let's say this. Whoever is the leader of the United States, whether it be Kamala because they didn't cheat it or whatever, okay? What I mean by that, but see, this is the thing. He's already been anointed for certain things. Do you see what I'm saying? As far as the part that the Antichrist got to deal with, his fingers are already. She's doing whatever, but his face is on the coin. They gave. Did you see they gave him the crown of the Prince of Peace? You seen it? I didn't even know they had did that part. I knew that he had did everything, but I didn't know that they crowned him, and they just did it in February of this year. I don't know how we missed that. They crowned him Prince of Peace in February of this year, which was what? 2 years after old boy came in? Uh-oh, y'all. Hold on. Hey, cousin. Are you okay? Is he okay? great. His daddy is great. But when I tell you we both just got a chill over our body, everything about our conversation on the 5th, he is living right now. I didn't tell y'all, but I'm going to tell y'all. On the 5th, all the hair on my body is standing up. On the 5th, I told my cousin to anoint his house. He got some spiritual things going on. And before this baby walked in the house, I told him, I said, cousin, you got to go through your house and see what's in there. It's something in there. My cousin was at home by himself. And about 15 minutes after 7 to 15 minutes after I said that, something fell in his house. Something fell. And he said, cousin, did you hear that? I'm like, well, he said, something just fell. He looked around his whole house. Nothing was out of place. Right after that, his son showed up. I said, the spirit got there before he did. Within 7 minutes from whatever it was falling, his baby walked in the door. The very baby that we're talking about. He just told me, cousin, thank you for telling me to anoint my house, but I didn't tell you when I was anointing the house, I anointed my baby too. He said, and all I kept telling his mom was, what would have happened if I hadn't anointed him? Yes, he's in the hospital. Now get this. Guess what book he started reading on the 5th? All the hair on my body is standing up. It's in my room because I was showing it to somebody last night. Y'all, he just started, all the hair on my body is standing up. He just started reading. He came to set the captives free on the 5th. He texted me yesterday and said, oh my God, cousin, this book. And now his baby is in the hospital today. Y'all want to know what else is crazy? I told him, I said, cousin, I have not ever racked grandma. Not one time. I said, I racked grandma 3 times today. He said, well, this happened about 7 o'clock. I said, cousin, I didn't get out of class till 9. Queen said it today. We was in class for 6 hours. So it could have possibly been at the time that I was racking that. You said, what sounds did it make? I don't know. I didn't know they did that either till I saw the other classmates posted a clip of what? It was 7.5. What sounds did it make? Because I literally had that happen to me when I got home yesterday, and I thought someone, he said it sounded like something just fell and hit a hard surface. That's what he said, and it spooked him. And this is a big old grown man. He ain't no little boy. He's 30-something, almost 40. He said, cousin, I'm one of your biggest. He said, I'm following Christ. He said, but cousin, when you listen, I talk. I mean, he said, when you talk, I listen. I listen, cousin. I said, cousin, do you think it's crazy that God gave you a book about scenes in the hospital and spiritual warfare, and then 3 days later? Yeah, that's what he said. I don't know if it was a metal pipe, but he said it sounded like something hit a hard surface. Like, but hard. He didn't find nothing. Y'all don't think that's crazy? Seriously. He kept talking about 2 numbers, 4 and 8, 4 and 8, 4 and 8. The whole time we was on the phone. This happened on the 8th. Amen. I'm happy he's going to be okay too. He's on his way up to the hospital now. Y'all. Oh, I just told him, you better anoint that bed. Hello. I said, hey, Mr. Trio. I said, you better anoint the four posts of that bed, and you get every nurse's name, every doctor's name, anoint that pole, and you better write down every prescription. I said, and if God start to show you stuff, you ain't tripping. You saw what you saw, and you heard what you heard. I barely sleep, but feel rested. Thank you, God, for your protection and providence. Yes. Do y'all understand why I be saying this stuff is serious? It is. And this is my cut. We don't talk often, y'all. We do not talk. I don't. Y'all know I don't talk to my family. Spiritual warfare is real. His daddy had a breakthrough. We was talking about breaking generational curses, literally. I'm just grateful. I don't have a feeling of sadness or nothing, because it's like God told us. You know what I'm saying? It's like he was letting both of us know, even with when me bringing grandma in here today. It was, I have not ever done that. Don't even know why I did it. But for me to pick that thing up 3 different times, only 3. And that's the amount of times. Mm-hmm. He said God doesn't take anything lightly in warfare for his creation. He wants all saved. Yes, he does. It's a real thing. Yes. It's a real thing that unctionings are real. I don't even know how to explain how I feel right now, and I'm not sad. Like, I'm happy my little cousin is okay, and I didn't. His dad is, you know. But I do think that it's. You said then God made sure you was on here for us to know He's real. Ain't that crazy? Listen. Oh man, could y'all imagine being married to me? And this stuff happen every day. Now y'all see why I be single? Because this stuff spooks people out. You can't wake up saying names and all of this stuff, and then they be in the news, or wake up, like, people be spooked out. They don't be wanting to be around me. They say it until it until they really got to be around it all the time. And it's every day, and then be like, nah, yeah, this be a lot. I said, I know, and I can't run away from it. I got to be here. Mr. Artisan said, I see why, yeah. It just makes my husband mad. Oh, I mine too. My ex-husband, gotta have someone who matches you and understands your calling fully. Right. Well, hopefully you can find them for me, nephew. The enemy played their self, because for a less seasoned believer in Jesus would have been scared, right? One thing about it be on point. It's got Jesus on the main line. Yeah, but they still be scared to date me. When you telling a person stuff that's gonna happen 2-3 years ahead of when it's supposed to, or a week or 2 days, they don't like that. A lot of people don't like that you know what's gonna happen. And then they'll say stuff like, who do you think you are, God? Why would he tell you and not me? I'm like, man, listen. listen, this one I don't be wanting to tell nobody. Yeah. Yeah. And this is why I've been single for most of my life. I'm trying to tell you, I hear it all the time. Why would God tell you? Well, why wouldn't he tell me? What's wrong with me that he should? Oh, because you think you know my past? Well, maybe that's why he tell me and don't tell you. I don't know. I can't say why he do or don't. I just know that he do, and I'm grateful for it. Because it helps other people's lives. And let me say this to you. Now you see why you can't be scared or worried about what people say. I don't talk to my cousin that often, so I could have just been worried about what he thought I was going to say or whatever else it is. But people's lives be on the line when I don't say what I'm supposed to say. And now y'all understand where my fervor comes from, where my passion comes from, because I understand this could be the last time I talk to this person. This could be the last stop before they go into eternity. Or the last stop before something very tragic happens that could take their mind. So I can't be all mousy and, oh, can you please listen to me? No, I can't. Do you know how many people that I have talked to, sat on the phone with, or sat in their face, and they left my presence and they was no longer breathing within days, sometimes hours? One of them was 45 minutes. Less than 45 minutes from the time that I was, and I was only 15 when this happened. My best friend, I told y'all, I saw her, I told her, God told me to tell you, like you ain't supposed to disrespect your mama like that. She was like, whatever. 6 months later, she was dead. We was 14 and 15 years old. Her mama only had 3 kids, 2 older boys and a daughter. She literally got stabbed to death. You said people not here today and they gone in a second, right? Y'all, and this is why I be like, Sometimes I don't be want to answer my phone. Sometimes I don't be want to talk to people. Sometimes I don't be want to talk to people. Sometimes now I see why a lot of the prophets used to just be off by themselves, out in the wilderness, talking to the beetles. Because you ain't really worried about what's going to happen to a beetle. But you know, if you come in contact with a human, there is a possibility that something is about to be crazy. They used to just be out there talking to the squirrels and the birds. I understand it. Just off by themselves. Just out there crazy. That's why John was out there eating bugs. Bugs and honey. Just crazy with the goat hair on his back. I feel all that. I feel all of it. Let me find me some goat hair. I'm going to just go on and eat me some locusts and honey because, baby, like, you be like, what is going on? This is crazy. Find me a couple grasshoppers or something, or roast them and put me a little honey on them. Maybe something will change around here. I tell others because I can't handle the guilt if something happens if I don't warn them. Oh yeah, Liz. I gotta go on and tell them. I used to be scared. You said, all right, Wilma from the Flintstones. I'm about on there. I'm about on there. I'm about on there, nephew. I'm about on there because what in the world? Listen, you said locusts and berries. I'm going to eat something. Excuse me. Well, now y'all know why I've always been the weird friend. They be like, don't bring her. Something. They be like, that's your friend that always be telling people what's going to happen. Don't bring her. She cute, but don't bring her. Honey and beetles is okay. I draw the line at goat hair on your back. I'll wear some goat hair. Well, now the bugs, really, I probably will cry. You said I'm honey and biscuits. Listen, I'm just saying, I understand for real why a lot of times that the people that got used, like to move large crowds or whatever it was, I understand why he kept them away. You said I'm gonna have to roast that roach first. You know what, Bree? Lord Jesus, our family can't never be sad. Well, I guess I have to roast the roach first. I roast roach, not not roast, not roast beast, roast roach. You know what? Stop it. But we gonna have to do something. Nah, you be exclusive front seat friend because we need to know. Some people feel like that, other people don't. More people don't want. Y'all done ran into it yourself. Who, since you been here, you tried to tell them what was going? Look it, girl, you just set them off with roasted roaches. Never fails. We always come back to food, baby. Every time we could be talking about the world ended, and it is gonna end up with somebody talking about a dish. No matter how crazy, we gonna come back to some food every time. You said, but guess what? People have joy and laughter over food. Most of your best times hanging out with your friends, 9 times out of 10, it was some food involved. Most of your memories with your family, it be some food involved. Food make people happy. People can stop us if we weren't strong enough to follow. Yeah, Auntie Liz. Yes. Yes, Auntie. When I was younger, I used to cry because I didn't realize what it was, but I would just get real, real sad. And my mom used to be like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "I don't know. You are always crying." Well, I didn't know that it was something happening that we were about to find out. Yes, because my belly stayed jiggling over here, girl. Don't even talk about it. Mine is sitting against my thighs as we talk right now. You see, I got my knees in here. And it used to be a far gap in between. Now they connect. I used to be able to put my knees up to my chest. Now it's a little thing in the way. It's a little bump. Welcome, Big Back Central. All are welcome. Welcome to Big Back Central. I'm trying to tell you. Now it's a little pouch in the way, so I can't just lean down like this. I got to kind of hunch over a little bit because it's a little space right there that didn't used to have nothing in it. And now it's like a bowl of jelly. Strawberry jelly. Yep. Well, you know what? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm grateful. You said Big Back Family Reunion, and is. I mean, the world is almost over anyway, so there's that. If this is the soul I gotta have, hey, I'll be eating heavenly fruit. Maybe it'll make it shrink when I get up there if God let me in. Maybe that fruit actually makes you lose like mass. You know, seeing as how I know these, if we go now, these are the bodies we gotta be in. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Now, back to what we was talking about though, y'all. Please, if you do have the Prince of Darkness, please, I need you to get in there and look in there and see what all is going on right now. Mexican and barbecue ribs. Interesting. Yep. All of that. All of it. Imagination went back to the big back souls with chicken legs. Listen! Mari, stop! I was trying not to think about it. I was just trying to think about my body shape, but I did. See, you see how I zoned out a little bit. Listen, the knock-kneed soul, the big back soul, the upside down pear body soul, like all of them. Yeah, that's why I just said, I mean, maybe when I get up there, the fruit on the tree of life, maybe it like gets the mass down. Because this fruit here, it used to help you lose weight and stuff. It don't do that no more. So you said leave our knees out of it. Listen, that part, that part, because sometimes I be thinking over here, that part, Mari, that part. Listen, Page 92, the assault on your freedoms we're going through right now. Okay, E.T., you listen. The assault on your freedoms. What did it say there? The line, and you said the lining and shape up gone. So shape up gone. So you know what? I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. Stop it. Be nice. We're not gonna do it. I said I'm worried about this bowl of jelly I got. I don't want to think about nobody with chicken legs and knock knees. I am trying to stay focused. Come on back here. Come on over here. Just come on back. Cause we'll be over there. We'll be over there. And every time I think about it, I get tickled. Well, at least I'll know who y'all is when we get over there. If we all make it, hopefully I do. I pray that I do. What? National health identity cards, fingerprints, and DNA and genetic identification. Is that what we're going through right now? Are we going through that right now? National health and identity cards, fingerprints, DNA, and genetic identification. Huh? Yeah. It's a lot of information in that book, y'all. A lot. And a lot of it is happening. A lot of it has happened because they were the steps up until now. But we're definitely in this part of the book, the monitoring of phone calls, voice print technology. Yeah. Yeah. Well, think about this. What is the voice print technology? Not that it's new, but it's new to us. What is the voice print technology? Yes, B deserves it. You can. Voice recognition, AI though, right? They can take a sample of your voice and put in the like that's how they be getting everybody, like old boy Joe Rogan and all of that. Some of them videos he didn't do, but they can take a little bitty piece of his voice, a soundbite of his voice, and what will it do? They can make a whole conversation out of it. So that's voice print technology, is it not? Is that voice print technology? That's why we quit doing Zooms. Because they can take our voice, our likeness, any of that, and use it for AI. That's why we quit doing Zooms. Because they got your face. If they got your voice, then they can use that for whatever they want. So all of those things that are in that book that seem like futuristic things, we're literally living now. Right? What phone comes with no AI? Now, the newest phones is built in. So even for your text messages, your emails, everything, AI is built in. Google a non-contact technology that uses a person's voice to identify them. Interesting. A non-contact technology that uses a person's voice to identify them. Interesting. You said Cricket phones. Hilarious. They got AI on, I think. Well, I don't know if my brother's still with Cricket. I'm saying, y'all, what phones that come out right now. All of the phones that we've had probably in the last 5 to 6 years have some type of AI on them, because Bixby's been around for a while. And technically that voice assistant, that's why they had you say, remember when we first used to get our phone, you had to speak certain words so that they could get used to how you speak. Voice print technology, right? You would have to say a specific amount of words. Like now, I don't know if you have to do that or not. But I know when you're setting up a new voice assistant, there's a specific amount of phrases that you have to say so that it can get used to the way that you speak. Right? Okay. What about the earphones and the pens that we got? Where is it? Oh. What about these? What do these do? You said to create a voice print, a person repeats scripted phrases and a narrative into a system. Like this, or when we're setting up our phones. Our Hey Siri. No? Yes? Ain't that what people are using, the headphones that just look like regular headphones, but the translator headphones? Isn't that the same thing? Y'all know I got this thing, and it only worked for like a week, and then it quit working. And I don't believe in sending stuff back because I be irritated with it. But why it won't charge? I left it on a charger like overnight and everything, and it won't do nothing. Look, it came on for about a week or two, and then it ain't came back on since. This is the translator pen. You see it? I done charged it and everything, baby, and it will not come back on. I don't know what's up with that. Well, I'm about to let y'all go because this has been a very interesting evening and day. Yeah, I might make me some more of that rice. I might take off tomorrow, y'all. Or just be in my bed because it's a lot going on. It has been a lot this week. You know? Okay, never heard of it except for the old school speak and say on leapfrog. Oh yeah, these is they out everywhere. Yeah, cause it's a lot. Y'all gotta remember the situation with my godmother earlier this week or late last week, and then yes. So I might not get on here tomorrow, and if I do, it'll probably be late unless I see something. But for the most part, I'm gonna try to keep myself off this internet because I need to like journal and just get out all of this stuff that is going on right now. Yeah, I love y'all. Definitely, if you have time, get into your Prince of Darkness book, please. Okay. Yeah. Y'all got some reading to do anyway. Y'all got reading to do because it's going to be important that you familiarize yourself with the stuff that's in here. Now, it might not be to the T, you know, and they could have got a few things wrong, but a lot of, I mean, because mind you, it was written 29 years ago or 30 years ago, whatever it was. So, I need y'all to get into these books. And you can skim, take your notes, highlight, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of get through it. It's quick, not as quick as you can, but some of it has already happened. Does that make sense? A lot of it. So I want you to be in the area of the things that are happening right now. Okay, and then children of men. Okay. Okay. And thank y'all for praying for my little cousin. Grant R. Jeffrey. Grant R. Jeffrey. Good night, y'all. You hear me? You got it? Gloria. Nurse. Good night. Yep, you got it? Okay. See y'all later.